Hi, everybody. This recorded class is about KET Reading and Writing. But before talking about it, let us remember what Cambridge KET stands for. Key English Test. KET. Nowadays, it is known as A2 Key, and there are two versions of A2 Key. A2 Key is for adult learners who want to get into university, start their own business, or develop their career. And A2 Key for schools, which is designed specifically for school-aged students like you. But we're going to keep on talking about it as KET, though. Nowadays, its name is A2 Key, but we're going to keep on talking about it as KET. The KET listening exercises and the KET reading and writing exercises that you have worked on this year were taken from this book. Okay? Revised for new specifications from March 2004, Cambridge Key English Test 1. Cambridge books for Cambridge exams. Now, KET is an examination for speakers of other languages studying English as a foreign language. It tests reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Doing the tests in this book will help you to understand what you have to do in the real test, that is to say, when you take the KET examination. Now, what is the exam format? KET is made up of 3 papers developed to test your English skills. You can see exactly what is in each paper below. Paper 1, Paper 2, Paper 3. So far, you have worked on reading and writing and listening. But we're going to concentrate on the reading and writing paper, which is Paper 1. It has 9 parts. In the book, I already showed you this one. Because nowadays, there are some changes. Now, marks. The reading and writing part is 50% of the total score. And the purpose of it is it shows that you can understand simple written information, such as signs, brochures, newspapers, and magazines. Okay? Now, let me show you what brochures is. Brochure or folleto is a pamphlet or booklet, especially one containing summarized or introductory information or advertising. For instance, this is a brochure about a hotel, and this is a brochure about traveling to Egypt. Okay? Let us go on. What's in the reading and writing paper? The KET reading and writing paper has 9 parts and different types of texts and questions. Parts 1 to 5 are about reading, and parts 6 to 9 are mainly about writing. There is a total of 56 questions with an example for each part. The time allowed for this paper is 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now, concerning the reading part. Part 1. Signs, notices, labels, and other very short texts of the type found on roads, in railway stations, airports, shops, restaurants, schools, offices, etc. What is the focus? Reading for main or the most important message. And what is the task? or the exercise. This is a matching task with 5 questions and 8 options to choose between. Okay. Part 1, vocabulary. Signs, notices, and labels, right? Sign, letrero, a piece of paper, wood, or metal that has writing or a picture on it that gives you information, instructions, a warning, etc. Private, no diving, road signs, danger, high voltage. Notice, aviso, right? A sheet of paper giving written or printed information, usually put in a public place, like a bulletin board. Okay, here you have different examples of notices. Let us read one. Urgent class cancellation. Unfortunately, due to illness, we have had to cancel tonight's class at Aylesbury High School. We apologize for the inconvenience. Okay? And the short notice, etc., etc., etc. Then we've got label, etiqueta. A label is a piece of paper or plastic that is attached to an object in order to give information about it. Synonyms: tag, ticket, top, marker. Here we have price tickets. Now, this is a food. These are price labels. This is a food label. This is a clothes label. And this is a food label concerning the nutrition facts. Okay? Let us move on. It says that part 1 is a matching task. What is a matching task? A matching task asks the student to connect items from one list with items on another list. Okay, so now let me show you the test. Test 3, paper 1, reading and writing, part 1. Let me make this bigger. Questions 1 to 5. Which notice, A to H, says this, 1 to 5? Example, you cannot have a cigarette here. The answer is letter H. No smoking section. Then, number 1, you can get a car at any time. Okay. Tomato juice, no way. No right turn, admission, Pat's Pizza Place, there's no mention of a car here. Beach umbrellas, no way. Yellowbird taxis, oh, taxis are cars. Yellowbird taxis, 24-hour service. Yes, number 1 is letter F. And then you cross out letter H because this you have already used it in example. Then you cross out letter F so that you don't have to read all of them. Now you have A, B, C, D, E, and G left. Okay? Let us do one more. You pay the same price, but you get more. You pay the same price, but you get more. Tomato juice, 10% extra free. This is it. Number 2 is letter A. because you pay the same price, but you get more. 10% extra free, that means that you don't have to pay. All right? Okay, let's go back to part 2. Part 2, simple sentences with a connecting theme or simple narrative. The focus is on reading and identifying appropriate or correct vocabulary. Task. This is a 3-option multiple choice with a lexical focus, and there are 5 questions. Okay. A multiple choice question is a question type where the student is asked to choose, elegir, one or more items from a limited list of choices. Okay? Now, let us go back to the test, sorry. Part 2. Read the sentences about going to a restaurant. Choose the best word, A, B, or C for each space. Okay, this is multiple choice. Example, a new restaurant has just come near our house, begun near our house, opened near our house. The correct answer is letter C. So I advise you to read each word and you'll see that there's one that sounds correct. Let us go on with number 6. Okay? One day we decided to go there for a plate. One day we decided to go there for a meal. One day we decided to go there for a dish. Remember, this conversation is about a restaurant. And the correct answer is B. One day we decided to go there for a meal. There are 4 meals. Okay, breakfast, lunch, tea, or dinner. And you can go to a restaurant to either have breakfast, lunch, tea, or dinner. Some restaurants only have lunch or lunch and dinner, and some others offer the 4 meals. Okay, so this is part 2. Now, let us go back to part 3. Part 3, texts based on the language used in the routine exchanges of daily life. What is the focus? Reading and identifying appropriate response, the correct answer. Task. There are 5 multiple choice questions, each with 3 options. And then there's a matching task with 5 questions and 8 options to choose between. Okay, let us go back to the vocabulary words and images. Remember, parts 2, 3, and 4 have a multiple choice question, which is a question type where the student is asked to choose one or more items from a limited list. Part 3. Questions 11 to 15. Complete the 5 conversations. For conversations 11 to 15, mark A, B, or C on the answer sheet. Example, what's the time or what time is it? The correct answer is B, right? What's a time? Tuesday is not a time, it's a day. Letter B, 8:30 is the time, all right? 1998 is not the time, it is a year. Number 11, why don't you ask Sandra? I hope so. Never mind, that's a good idea. All right, why don't you ask Sandra? I hope so is not the answer to this question. Never mind is not the answer to this question. But that's a good idea is the correct answer. Let us move on. Part 4. Part 4. Factual text from a newspaper or magazine article or similar source. What is meant by factual information? The definition of factual is true or concerned with actual details or information, rather than ideas or feelings about it. Information that has got to do with facts, con hechos precisos. What is the focus? Reading for main ideas or the most important ideas and specific detail. The task is either 3-option multiple choice or one involving a choice between right or correct, wrong or incorrect, or doesn't say. That means that the information is not in the text. There are 7 questions. Okay, part 4. Vocabulary words. Newspapers. Chilean newspapers include El Mercurio, La Segunda, La Tercera. Magazines. Chilean magazines include Paula and Ede. Right? Okay. Let us go back to the test. Part 4. Questions 16 to 20. Complete the telephone conversation. What does Tom say to Maria? For question 6, Example. Hello, Tom. This is Maria. And Tom answers with this. Hi, Maria. How are you? Then Maria says, fine. Thank you for the party last night. I had a great time. And Tom says, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now, remember that every time you write down an answer, you have to cross it out. So you have to cross out letter E and you have to cross out letter H. Okay? Now, let's go to part 4. Second part of